Right, guys, so welcome to session 10. This is Sid, and we're looking at maths with Sid today. And the topic for session 10 is basic algebra. So in today's session, we're going to be looking at how we can write algebraic expressions. So if you are in primary school, you might not have done this before, but we're going to be doing something really exciting today. So what you're going to be needing today is some coloured paper. So I've got red and yellow. You're going to need a white piece of paper as well to do your maths on, and we're going to need some felt tips. I've got that over here, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors because we're going to do some cutting up. Okay, so again, grab all your things together. If you are watching this live, give me a shout out so I know that it's working and it's all set and ready to go. I'm just going to double check that we have got it's working. Yeah, I can see it's all connected. Okay, guys, right. So what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be sharing my desk so you can see what I'm working on. And if you've got any questions, give me a shout out. If you're watching, let me know, guys. And let me know how old you are and whether you understand how this is going to work when we've actually done some algebra. Right, so first of all, what we're going to be looking at, we're going to look at apples and bananas. Okay, so what I want you to do is to cut some apples. So I'm just going to draw some normal circles here because I don't think I can draw a proper apple. So I'm going to just draw some circles. I'm going to cut these out. So we need about 3. Okay, so I need you to cut out 3 circles that are red and 3 bananas as well. So I'm going to first of all, and I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to get my first apple. So I'm going to cut around circle, might do a little dent there so it looks like an apple. And I've not done a circle now, I've made it look like an apple. There we go, we've got our first apple. That looks quite cool. It looks like a heart shape though. So that's our first one. So we've got Amina's watching. She's saying hi. Simon's saying it's just me with the toddler today. Kids are busy playing PlayStation. They'll watch later. Yeah, you can tune in later and watch it. It's a lovely day. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys are going to be out today in the sun, in the back garden, because it is a nice day today. So I've got created another apple, a second apple. Let's put that down here. My apples are all slightly different sizes. And I'm going to do a third apple now. So my apple is... Can't actually see me cutting. There you go. You can see that now. And my third apple is here. Okay, so I've got 3 apples. And now I'm going to do some bananas. So I'm going to get my yellow. And if you've got green card or whatever, or green paper or blue paper, you can just cut some shapes out of that. I'm doing apples and bananas. So we're going to do a banana shape. That was a bit more difficult to do. It's just going to look like that. I think it's going to get the best it's going to get. Give me a shout out. Amina saying, Amina, thank you for watching. You've been watching for a few days. Are you enjoying it? And which has been your favorite video so far? And when did you start watching? So these are my bananas. My bananas don't actually look like bananas. So let's have a look. Okay, so I've got 3 bananas. I've got 3 apples and I've got 3 bananas, okay? Now, if I'm adding these together, and maybe, first of all, I had 2 bananas. Let's start off with the apples first. I've got 2 apples, and then I add another apple together, okay? So I've got 2 apples, so I can draw these apples, or I can stick these down. I'm just going to draw them for now. I can stick them down later. So I've got 2 apples, plus another apple. If we have 2 apples plus another apple, that's going to give me 3 apples. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to have 3 apples. Okay, now that seems really simple and obvious because with pictures, it seems a lot easier. Now what we're going to do, instead of writing apples, I want to write a number. And I'm only going to use an apple to represent it's an apple. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to write 2 apples plus 1 apple. How many apples do we have now? We're going to have 3. Where's my third apple gone? What have I done with my apple? Am I going to have to cut another one? What did I do with it? It was here a second ago. I'm going to have to cut another one. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there it is. Okay, that gives me 3 apples. Now, if I've got bananas, I'm going to have 1 banana plus 1 banana. How many bananas does that give me? 1 plus 1 banana is going to give me 2 bananas. What you've done there is basically algebra. Now, mathematicians are a bit lazy. If you've got 1 of something, they don't bother writing it down, okay? So they will ignore that. So they just put the apple there. Again, if it's 1, they're going to ignore that. They're just going to put a banana. If it's 1, they're going to ignore that and just put a banana. Okay, so we've got 2 apples plus an apple equals 3 apples. We've got a banana plus a banana equals 2 bananas. That seems really simple. It seems really obvious that that's going to be the answer. Now what's going to happen is we're going to mix this up a bit, okay? We're going to have apples and bananas in the same question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse these for now, and then I can cut some more and create some more a bit later, okay, and put them in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reuse these. So I'm going to have 1 banana plus 2 apples plus 1 banana. Okay, what does that give me? Now, apples and bananas can't be added together. They're separate fruit. Okay, you can't add them together. So when we write this down, you're still going to get apples and bananas as your answer. So I've got 2 bananas plus 2 apples because I can't add them together. They're separate. I can't do apple banana because that gives me a smoothie. They have to be separate because it's a whole banana, it's a whole apple. Okay, so it's not a smoothie. When you put them next to each other, if I did this, that's a completely different thing. That's an apple and banana smoothie. It's not a fruit now, it's a smoothie. Okay, so here I'm going to have them separately. So when you have 2 things which are the same, you can add those together. If you've got something, if you've got a fruit that's different, you can't add that up. It's going to be separate on its own. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is using letters instead of actually having fruit here. And we're going to, let's write this first slightly differently. I'm going to get rid of the 1 because mathematicians are lazy. They're not going to write that. So this is going to be a banana plus 2 apples plus a banana equals 2 bananas plus 2 apples. Now, if I was going to write that mathematically, how would I write that? I would write that like B for banana, okay? 1 banana plus 2A, 2 apples, plus 1 banana, okay? So instead of drawing a fruit, because again, mathematicians are not artists, they're a bit lazy. They don't want to be drawing a banana every time. They don't want to be drawing an apple every time. So what they tend to do is that they will just write a letter. Okay, and that's what these letters stand for. So we've got a banana plus 2 apples plus a banana, and my answer is going to be 2 bananas plus 2 apples. What you've basically done there is algebra. That's what algebra is. Instead of using numbers, you use letters to represent something. Okay, so here is apples and bananas. And when you do that, this sounds a lot easier than if you were just looking at letters straight away. So normally in maths, you will get something like 2x plus x plus 3y plus y. And you look at that and you're like, oh, how do I do that? That looks really complex. Instead of thinking about it as x's and y's, let's think about it as apples and bananas. Okay, so if this was apples and bananas, what would we have? We'd have 2 apples plus an apple. These are the same. X and X is the same letter. Okay, so it's the same fruit. So if I wrote this as an answer, 2x, 2 apples, plus 1 apple is going to give me 3 apples. 3y plus y, okay, let's think of these as bananas now. 3 bananas plus a banana is going to give me 4y. And you've just done there some high-level maths. So you learned this at secondary school. But if you're in primary and you're doing this, this is fantastic because you've just learned how to do algebra. How cool is that? So what we can do is we can use all sorts of letters, and you can use all sorts of fruit and vegetables and objects to represent these letters. So these letters X, that could be an X-ray, 2 X-rays plus an X-ray. This could be a yo-yo, plus 3 yo-yos plus a yo-yo gives me 3 X-rays plus 4 yo-yos. Right, let's do one where you've got a takeaway now. So I'm going to have 3 apples, take away an apple. What does that give me? Okay, so let's have a think. I've got 3 apples. It's the same as doing a normal subtraction. I've got 3 apples and I'm taking 1 away. So my answer is going to be 2 apples. So I can write here 2A. How cool is that? You guys have just done some algebra there. So what I want you to do is to use your pieces of paper and card to create these really cool looking fruits. So you could have apples and you could have bananas, or maybe you could have yellow circles and green circles, or blue circles and orange circles. So the B could stand for blue, the A could stand for, I don't know, what else do we have for A? An animal. The B could stand for a banana, the X could stand for something else. You could replace these letters with shapes. So I want you to cut 2 different types of shapes, lay them onto your sheet, do some algebraic sums. Now you can make these up. You could pick the ones that I've done, or maybe you've got like 5 ice creams, and you could have little images of ice creams, plus 1, I don't know, one sweet. Okay, and what does that give you? That's still going to give you 5 ice creams and 1 sweet because you can't mix the 2 up together. Okay, then you can color your pictures in. You can either draw them or you can cut them out and you can move them about and stick them down. So you might need some glue for this one. I'm going to do another worksheet where I'm going to create something a bit more colorful using apples and bananas, and I'm going to add little stalks on there. And I want you to come up with 5 different sums. 5 different things that you could do with your apples and bananas, or whichever objects that you are using. Okay, so send them in to me. So by 6 o'clock today, actually you can send them in by 7 because I'm working until 7 again. So maths with Sid, put your name on there, finish your pieces off, submit them in, and I'll have a look at what you guys can come up with. So this is a quick way of looking at algebra, basic algebra, but also when you get to GCSE level, you can think of these letters as an object, and it really helps you to understand what's going on. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Tomorrow it's going to be science. We're back to science tomorrow. So session 11 is going to be on science. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to finish this off now and post this up so you can have a look. Bye. I'll see you guys soon. Take care and send me in your images. Send me in images of you guys working, and I will combine those and put them together for you. Thanks for watching, guys. I can see there's a few of you logged in live. It's brilliant. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Like, comment, and share, and let me know what you've been up to today. Bye.